Hello, class. I'm Lashonda Hayslip, and in our awesome group, we have myself, Sierra Jones, and Roxanna Reyes. We're presenting the speech Mary Church Terrell, What It Means to Be a Colored Woman. Mary Church Terrell was born on September 23rd in 1863 in Memphis, Tennessee. Mary graduated from Oberlin College in Ohio in 1884. In 1906, Mary wrote this speech, What It Means to Be a Colored Woman. And one of the quotes from her speech to help you understand how she was treated is, "It matters not what my intellectual attainments may be or how great is the need of the services of a competent person. If I try to enter many of numerous vocations in which my white sisters are allowed to engage, the door is shut in my face."
Where it stands today. Racism, I do believe, does still exist. After the Jim Crow law passed, it was separate but equal. They may have the rights that whites do, but I feel like they are still being shunned upon. A quote that stood out to me was, "When the word passes round that help is needed and colored laborers reply, they are often told that the union officials have secured all the men they needed because the places are reserved for white men. Until then, they have been provided with jobs and colored men must remain idle. Unless the supplies of white men is too small, I feel like this does happen with people in some circumstances. Then versus now. Racism isn't as bad as it used to be, but it does still go on. Whites and African Americans go to the same schools, eat at the same places, drink the same water fountains. There is no discrimination for that. They are now admitted to go to college with whites and are able to go into the movies and restrooms whenever they can find them. There is not a single white college in the national capital to which colored people are admitted, no matter how great their ability, how lofty their ambition, how unexceptionable their character, or how great their first knowledge may be.
Nowadays, African Americans still believe we have a long way to go before everyone is equal, when white people believe everyone is already equal. Like Mary Church Terrell talking about how African Americans were treated differently at work, for example, at the department store or schools and movie theaters. More than half of African Americans say they're treated unfairly at work compared to only 16% of white people who thought so. I chose Sylvia Longley from Deadline to compare to Mary Church Terrell. Sylvia, like Mary, stands up for herself, and they both come off as they won't take any attitude from anyone. Sylvia says, "You shouldn't require me to read it. Sylvia has down that nose turned up, lips slightly parted, tongue smacking thing like she invented it. Mary Church talks about how people say they are okay with African Americans, but their actions say otherwise. Actions speak louder than words. As a colored woman, I may enter more than one white church in Washington without receiving that welcome, which as a human being I have a right to expect in the sanctuary of God."